We are back!
Home of the prodigal son, young Chad Townsend. And Chad Townsend plays on, plays to the whistle, kicks away for Valentine home. Townsend.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Chad Townsend Show. If you're new here, please make sure you do subscribe. It is greatly appreciated. As always, we are here thanks to our good friends at BearBet. BearBet, fast payouts, unbeatable odds, real Aussie service. Make sure you download the link in the description today. You'll see all of our same-game multis there for the entire NRL season. And please make sure that you gamble responsibly. Now, we've got a big show Wednesdays with the man himself from the 2GB continuous call team, Joshua Morris. How are you, brother?
I'm good, Chatty. How are you?
Very good, thank you. What's going on, mate? We're heading into round 24.
Oh, very little. I know. It's flown, hasn't it? 4 rounds to go. Couple of upsets over the weekend. Couple of cranky coaches.
Yeah, one in particular on Sunday.
Well, there was two.
The post-match presser from Ricky was...
I think both coaches on Sunday were pretty unhappy with their sides.
Yeah, absolutely. Why would you want to be a coach, to be honest?
Assistant.
Assistant, best job in the world.
Yeah.
Big show today. So we'll review our round 23 tips. We'll get through some of the latest NRL news, which has come out over the past couple of days, and then we'll give our full credit to the boys. Plus, we'll give our round 24 tips for this coming weekend. It's getting down to crunch time between the boys in our tipping competition. But let's start off, J Moz. NRL news Monday. It broke Monday morning. Brian To'o officially signs with PNG for 3 years from 2028. What was your reaction?
Yeah, look, I'm happy for Brian. It's a huge signing for the Chiefs. He gets to go over there and play alongside his best mate, Jerome Luai. But I think it was a business decision from both parties, really. I think Brian's probably been underpaid at the Panthers. Obviously, to try and keep that squad together, you got to take less money. So now he gets his payday, and I think what it does is it also frees up a bit of cap space as well that he may have been taking to either keep some of those premiership stars or promote some local juniors, because we know that they've got a really good production line there out at Penrith, and there's probably in the next 18 months one of them will pop out and he may earn himself a bigger contract now that Brian's moving on. So I think both parties walk away from the deal happy, and Brian will give it his best this year to try and win another premiership, and then next year as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't say Brian's been undervalued, but I think he's been underpaid at the Panthers.
Yeah.
I think for what he's done, the success he's had, the performances, and you've got to sometimes take unders to have that success too, which he's done. But I think now he thoroughly deserves what will be a massive...
Oh, they'll love him over there.
...pay rise, and he'll be the face of the franchise, I think, almost, with his likability. Now, I've done some digging, as I do, some research around some tax-free salaries, J-Moz. So what do you think Brian To'o would have signed for? Like, what's his cap figure? Is he signed for $1 million a season? Has he signed for
probably
500
like
or
around 600,000 or 700,000, I reckon?
So 6 or 7,000. All right, let's go 700,000. Let's say Brian To'o signed a 3-year deal, $700,000 a year. All right, which is basically your top tier, probably winger salary. All right, so the tax he doesn't pay, this is the tax he's not going to pay. He's not going to pay $16,500 tax.
A month.
That tax usually goes straight to the government per month. All right, but his total income monthly at the end of the month when he gets his pay slip, $56,000. Do we play the game at the wrong time, J-Moz? What's the thoughts? $56,000 a month.
I would have been over PNG straight away. I've been there a few times. I don't mind it. Shamus, I'm ready to go. I can play 15 minutes off the bench for $200,000 tax-free. Not a problem.
Jeez, man. So $56,000 a month. That's a contract of $700,000.
And how much are you going to spend over there realistically in a month?
Really, not much at all.
Probably $2,000.
You know, what do you spend your money on? Food?
Well, they've got it all there for them.
Well, that's it. Like, you know, you got to pay your accommodation. I think, from what I understand, it's normal pricing.
Yeah, right. Buy a boat.
So just on
Buy a boat and just go out every arvo for a fish.
On a $1 million contract per season, monthly, $80,000. Shit, baby, that's crazy. That is crazy. Now this morning, Sam Walker has apparently knocked back an offer from the Roosters.
Wow.
Which is, you know, I wouldn't say it's massive news, but it's like Why would he was never going to accept the first offer. And the Roosters, the offer comes in low when you're negotiating. It's like it is a negotiation. They offer here, you want here, you meet somewhere in the middle. But the first offer's been
Always meet there.
the first offer's been knocked back. Reports,
know your value, know your worth.
I think it was Peter Bedell, maybe Dave Riccio this morning.
Well, they must have been low.
Yeah, announced it all. Is it an issue for the Roosters if this continues to roll on for the semi-finals, or he goes to November 1? Do you think it gets done before November 1? Because he's going to get a massive deal, Sammy, and a thoroughly deserved one.
I don't think either party's in a rush.
Yeah.
I think Sam's made it clear that he wants to stay at the Roosters. The Roosters want him, and it's just a matter of coming to the table with the right deal for both parties.
Yeah.
So, if it drags on, it drags on, but I don't think either party is too concerned about it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's just one thing's for sure that he's just going to get a payday. Payday, Sammy Walker.
10-year.
Yeah, huge. All right, let's move into our round 23 review of our tips. Last weekend.
Good week for both of us.
Good week for the boys, all right? I went 7 from 8 again, 2 weeks in a row now, and you went 6 from 8. So let's recap. Titans versus Cowboys. We both got this one right. We went the Cowboys. They bounced back against the Titans after that massive loss the week before against the Roosters. Warriors versus Panthers. Right. You went the Panthers.
I did.
I went the Wars, baby. Up the Wars.
Tell you what, with about 9 to go when the Panthers scored, I was like, oh, here we go. And then who was offside? Was it Liam Martin offside?
Yeah, I think it was.
If he wasn't offside, they score with 4 minutes to go and down by 4.
I was, not as comfortable. I wasn't comfortable.
Yeah.
But I was like,
they get that try, I think they win.
This was a tough game to tip. Obviously, Panthers are the Panthers.
There's a couple this week that are tough as well.
Yeah. But the Wars, man, I was riding them home. Well done.
Good win.
And what a massive win. Luke Metcalf, what a performance.
The haka.
Wow. The first ever time the Warriors have done the haka. It gave me tingles.
Yeah. It's special, isn't it?
Very special. I absolutely loved it. I actually did a haka when I played at the Warriors. Swear. I'm not GNR. What are you laughing at, Tim?
Well, I would have laughed at you doing it.
I was at the back with Sam Tompkins. We were doing the haka.
I would have laughed my head off watching you do a haka.
Man, my grandmother's Kiwi. I've got Kiwi. I
don't
qualify
care.
for the Kiwis.
You are not in any shape, way, or form intimidating me doing the haka.
What if I did Pukana?
It wouldn't matter anyway.
Mate, I love to see it. It was fantastic. Yeah. Well done to Luke Metcalf. Well done to the Warriors. They were Leka Halasima as well. I mean, wow.
Yeah. Day, didn't he, in the centres?
Mate, I don't think I've seen this guy without a smile on his face. He's a wrecking ball.
He's killing it. He's going to be a good player for a very long time at that club.
Yeah, there's so much to like about this current Warriors side. All right, then we move on. So that's where I got one on J-Moz this week. Roosters versus Bulldogs. We both tipped the Roosters. You went against your Bulldogs, but you've got the Bulldogs hat on today, so... Probably because I gave you a bit of stick last week because you didn't wear it. He's got it back on.
Because I'm tipping him this week.
All righto. That's why he's got the hat on. Then Storm versus Seagulls. The Storm, great second half. They didn't get the start right, but bounced back before
What's
half
going
time.
on with Manly? They can play the first 20 minutes of every footy match,
Every
but
game,
they can't play after that.
Manly are sliding.
Well, they're gone.
Fast.
Gone.
Dolphins versus Broncos. We both went the Dolphins, but I was like, what's
Half
doing
time,
here?
like,
Oh, my
holy
gosh.
moly. Dolphins, wake up.
Yeah. What a performance this was. What a points scoring feast this was in the Battle of Brisbane. Hammer was
Ezra
great.
Mam scored a hat-trick twice and lost.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy, man. He was good, actually. Rabbitohs versus Eels. Again, another game where you like thinking. I mean,
half time. I thought this could have been a Cowboys scoreline as well.
I think it was 28-0 at half time,
Yeah.
and then Souths didn't score a point in the second half. The Eels came back, 28-24, the final scoreline. Insane. We both got that one right, and then we moved into the Raiders versus the Knights. We both went the Knights. The Knights were very shift happy in this game. In the wet conditions, they were willing to chance their arm. It hurt them a lot. They didn't complete 4 sets in a row, and that basically got the Raiders back into the game. The big moment in this one was the slap Corey Horsburgh on Dan Gagai, and he would go to the bin. Horsburgh's now been left out of the lineup. And there's talks about he's met with Mal Meninga. He could be on the outer.
Well, I think he is on the outer.
Well,
it's not.
Where do you see it? Where do you see it? Is it sweet for Ricky to go and blast him in the press conference? Some are saying these.
Well, he's got a track record this year.
Yeah. Oh, I know. He absolutely
He's
does.
cost him a couple of times.
Yeah.
It's been sin-binned at crucial times in matches. Well,
Yeah.
Ricky's had enough.
Yeah. No,
Ill discipline has cost him
understand that.
all year.
Yeah.
And he has been at the forefront of it. So I don't mind it.
Yeah.
And like you said, I think their relationship's probably at a point now where it can't recover.
Well, it got to that point and they made it and they got over it.
Yeah, they got over it in the preseason, but I just think it's too fractured now, and I think we'll see Corey playing for another club next year.
Yeah. Could be Perth. I think it's probably Perth.
Yeah, I think so too. There were talks about Brisbane, but I don't think Brisbane can fit him in.
Yeah. And then the last game, you mentioned it before, the Dragons. Who would have thought Dragons beat the Sharks, and the Sharks were in unbelievable form of late.
Well, Craig Fitzgibbon was filthy because we didn't earn the right to win that game. They ran harder, they tackled harder.
Yep.
They just kind of tried to fancy their way around the match.
Hamish Stewart, man. What a performance from Hamish Stewart. He was unbelievable.
Come on, man. We got full credit coming up.
All right. There you go. Well, we'll leave that. So tips finished. Chad 7 from 8. J-Moz 6 from 8. That's our total tips now for the year. J-Moz 111. Chad 110. I am on my way back. I've found some form with the tips. It is coming down to the wire. And if you have just joined us, J-Moz and I, the winner will be taken out by the loser for a full day golf, beers, lunch on the loser at the end of the season.
Dinner.
So it'll all be there. We'll make sure to let you know what happens because I'm coming, baby. 110 to 111. All right, let's move into full credit. Thanks to the Nutritious Bros. Now, this year, my first season out of the NRL has been a hectic, busy one, and I've gone to the Nutritious Bros to give us fast, quick, and healthy meals delivered straight to your door. You can put them in the microwave, and they'll be heated wherever you want. So make sure you check them out. The link is in the description below. Chad20 for 20% off your first order and Chad10 for 10% off ongoing orders. So, J-Moz, where are you going? Full credit thanks to the Nutritious Bros.
I'm probably going to steal him off you, Luke Metcalf.
Oh, all right. I thought you were going the other way.
No. Well,
Well,
I had two up my sleeve.
Yeah.
But Luke Metcalf, he's been the forgotten man in the Warriors side, and he could very well be up the ace up the sleeve in the cards that Andrew Webster has. I thought he was outstanding. Couple of crucial tries. He had a try assist as well. Kicked really well. And just owned some big moments in that battle there against Nathan Cleary. So full credit to Luke Metcalf, and be interesting to see what happens. When Tamari's back as well. What happens?
What are you doing with your coach Webster?
Don't change a winning side.
Fair call. I mean, is the thing I'm wondering. I mean, Luke Metcalf's game was amazing, right? Tamari's played well in a number of games. You want to see Luke Metcalf back it up this weekend as well?
Yeah, I've got no doubt he will.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I think he will. I want to see him do it.
Because, it's that kind of healthy competition, isn't it, between those three now? So
yep.
I think he'll play well again this week and back it up.
Me too. I'd love to see it. Well done, young Zippy. For me, I'm going full credit this weekend to Hamish Stewart. I'm going Hamish Stewart because he just stole my guy, Luke Metcalf. But also, I want to give an honourable mention. Like Hamish Stewart, the drift line he ran, the pass, the try he scored himself was fantastic. And also, I want to give an honourable mention to Ryan Couchman. Right, the bro made 66 tackles in this game. He was phenomenal. Yeah, they're going to be 80-minute performance, 153 metres. The way he carried the ball through the middle of the field, defensive effort, his workload, the little things that he does.
They're going to be good players.
Is he a Kiamanite?
No, he's a Thuril Butcher.
He's a Thuril Butcher.
Yeah,
even better.
I think Brett was their favourite player.
There you go.
They've got a picture of him when they were younger.
Well done.
But both of them have been outstanding this year. So, like we spoke about, this young Dragons pack, I think they can win a comp in the next 5 years.
You know what? I was actually thinking about that on the drive in this morning. I was thinking to myself, the Dragons, and you know another team that I think can do it as well? I honestly think the Knights could win a comp in the next 5 years.
Yep.
Which is, a bit of crystal ball stuff, but yeah, they were so impressive. Haven't they got a good breeding ground down there, Wollongong and the South Coast?
They do. They do let a lot go, and that's been their problem in the past. But what they've got there now, they need to hold on to and make sure that they're getting the best from that region and keeping them.
Absolutely. All right, let's move in now to our round 24 tips for the NRL. It's kicking off, J-Moss.
Blockbuster.
Thursday night, a blockbuster, you said it, CommBank Stadium, 7:50 p.m. The Panthers taking on the Roosters. The Panthers, Dylan Edwards, he's listed amongst the reserves to make a potential return from that shoulder injury. His last game was that round 20 loss to the Broncos. Lindsay Smith, he moves from prop to lock after Isaiah Yeo is out with that pec injury. Liam Henry moves to the front row. Jack Cogger will wear the 6 jersey after missing last week's game for the birth of his baby. Jack Cole back to the bench. And then for the Roosters, James Tedesco, he's back in the starting side at fullback. Cody Ramsey's on the 6-man bench. Spencer Leonard, who's been named to start in the front row. You said it. It's a blockbuster this weekend. The Roosters' record against the Panthers
been horrible.
Is horrible. I think they're 1-12.
Yep.
1 win, 12 losses in their last 13 games. But this one's going to be a big one at CommBank Stadium.
Huge one. And both teams, the Roosters, I think they've had question marks about their premiership credentials. This is a good one to win and obviously get over that hoodoo against the Panthers. But if they can come up with a win here, they'll have confidence heading into the finals that they can beat anyone.
Yeah.
So, and for the Panthers, look, they've lost to Isaiah Yeo. When he's in the side, I think their win percentage is about 80% or something like that, maybe even higher. When he's not in it, it drops down quite significantly. So I don't think we'll see him until finals.
Yeah.
I don't. I think they'll rest him. I think they'll try and rehab that pec as much as they can so that he can get through the final series. And they've had a habit of doing that. They did that with Jerome Luai one year, remember? He had the shoulder injury, and I don't think he played until a prelim final. So, look, I think they can potentially lose a couple of games heading into the finals, but I think they're well entrenched in that 4, and I don't think they will really care where they finish.
I think without Yeo, the responsibility will rely on the Panthers forward pack a bit more because of the sheer minutes that he plays.
They have to.
How do they find those minutes,
They'll run the ball more rather than do the interchange of passing, I think.
Yeah. I mean, Lindsay Smith, to me, still has the qualities to pass the ball in the middle of the field. I think he's still got some skill for a big man. But, in terms of, motor, I mean, does Lindsay Smith have the same motor and can play as many minutes
I think he can. But
and the young front rower, Luron Patea, he'll need to play more minutes. There's more responsibility now on his shoulders to play a bigger part.
Yeah.
And you're coming up against probably arguably one of the most physical forward packs in the competition with the Roosters. Nafahu White, Spencer, Lindsay.
I was sidelined for the Dogs Roosters game, and that was probably one of the more physical games I've seen all year.
Yeah.
Both sides went at each other and they were absolutely flogging each other. And then
did it just make you sit there and go?
Victor's hit at the end of Tawar. I was like, holy crap.
Did it make you just sit there and go, thank God I don't play
Mate,
anymore?
I've done that for the last 5 years when I'm sidelined. I'm like, how did I do this for 15 years? Just the I guess you're so channeled and so focused that once you finish you just go like that, you're just like, I was an idiot.
Honestly, how silly was it? I've heard some of the hits live in games.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it makes me tingle.
Just remember how sore your ribs get and all that stuff.
Look, it's obviously a massive game, this one. Like we said, the Roosters' record isn't great against the Panthers. This will be a big test. I feel like they're a bit of a different side now, the way that they're playing, the Roosters.
And they'll remember what they did to them earlier in the year as well.
Yep. So you can kick us off here. Actually, before we do, let's have a look at the odds, actually, thanks to BearBet. The Panthers are favourites, $1.78, and the Roosters are outsiders, $2.05. So even though Zayo is out, the bookies still have the Panthers as favourites. What do you think here, James?
I'm going the outsiders.
Going the Roosters.
I'm going the Roosters. I'm going the Roosters to break that little hoodoo that they've got and give themselves some confidence heading into the finals.
Yeah, all right. Well, you know what? I'm going to go the same. I'm going to go the Roosters as well. I just think it's time for them to get the job done, right?
100%.
So they have improved. I think they're a different side from what where they were at when I think they lost 40-4 at the start of the year.
And they had a mini camp last week up at the Central Coast. They normally do that at about 5 or 6 weeks out from the final series and look at what they need to improve on and then go after it.
Yep.
I think this is the game that they're going to go after.
There you go. Both the boys on the Roosters for that first game, the cracker Thursday night. Let's move into the next one. Friday night, 6 p.m, 4 Pines Park. The Seagulls take on the Dolphins. This corresponding game earlier in the season was a blowout.
Yeah, no one saw it coming.
No one saw this one coming where the Seagulls absolutely flogged the Dolphins. I think they want to get some revenge. The Seagulls, a big return. Clayton Faulalo returns from a hamstring injury. He takes the fullback jersey. Lehigh Hopewadi moves to the wing. Blake Wilson is out. Nathan Brown moves to prop in place of Taniela Paseka. That's a big loss. Paseka out. Hugo Hart is set for an NRL debut. Ben Travojevic is still out after that concussion. And then for the Dolphins, Kurt Donahue is out due to a thumb injury. Ray Stone returns from a neck injury. And Jake Avarillo is on the extended bench. Your thoughts on this one, J-Moz? Paseka's a big loss.
Huge loss.
Yeah.
He is a huge loss. I think he's been one of their best forwards all year and they struggle to go forward without him. Does a lot of their set-up work in good ball to get them a quick play of the ball. And then they play off the back of that. Fulalo coming back into the side is good.
It's great for them, especially the way that Manly shift the ball, ask questions.
I think he'll be dangerous. But, look, I think, like you said, the Dolphins won't have forgotten about what they did to them up there. It was at Redcliffe, wasn't it? Was it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
So I think they won't have forgotten that and they'll want to come out. But they need to fix up their starts, obviously, the Dolphins, because that start hurt them. The last time they played, the start on the weekend hurt them. So I think we're going to see the first 20 minutes, I think you'll see a better Dolphins side. And I think they've got points all over the board. I think they're just too classy. So I think the Dolphins can turn the tables and get a big win.
Yeah, I think that you're right with regards to their start. They'll need to fix the start because in the big games at the end of the year, the start is so important. If you miss the jump in a finals game, you're gone. You can't go out there and then try and chase your tail. Teams are too good. So I think the Dolphins will want to fix their start. But also Manly, their start's probably been their best part of their game.
It has. And then they just, it's like they try and protect their lead with 20 minutes into the game.
Clayton Faulalo will be a big one, especially, with the way that they shift the footy, having him back in the side. Yeah, the Seagulls, it's been a dramatic fall with the way that they've played. I mean, their front row looks thin. Nathan Brown starting, Simeone Laafi starting as well. That's, probably concerns me a little bit, if I'm honest.
Well, that was
with the experience.
Well, that was the Raiders' problem for most of the year as well, wasn't it? They had injuries to key personnel in the engine room, and if you don't have go forward and they don't lay a platform, it's very hard. You're shifting off slow play the balls. Yeah. And line speed just kills you. Yeah. So, I think they'll struggle on the weekend with that as well.
Absolutely. All right, let's have a look at the odds thanks to BearBet. The Dolphins will start favourites in this game, $1.30. The Seagulls, fairly decent outsiders, $3.60. I'm on the Dolphins this week. I think they can get the job done. Yep. I think they've got much bigger things to play for, and I think their start will be important to watch if they can get that. I feel like they'll be able to score some points. I know Manly will be and should be fired up for this game, but I just can't see them coming away with a victory. J-Moz, I'm sure you probably feel the same, yeah.
Yep, with you. Dolphins all the way.
All right, both the boys on the Dolphins in that game. First of the Friday night ones. The second one, probably the game of the weekend, I think. This one, Bulldogs versus Rabbitohs, 8 o'clock, Accor Stadium. The Dogs, Cameron Ciraldo, back rower, Tupanua's out of the side after that hamstring injury last week. He only lasted about 5 minutes. Yeah. Unfortunately. Disappointing, wasn't it?
Very disappointing.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to him coming on and playing against his old club.
Yeah.
Wanted to see what he could do, but just came back a bit too early and has tweaked the hamstring again. So I feel for Satilli.
He was one of their best when he was on the field this year, Tupanua. And then the Rabbitohs, Ashton Ward, season-ending hamstring injury while kicking a goal.
Yeah.
Have you seen anything like that in your life?
No.
What's he doing? I thought it might have been quad.
I was calling the game and I've gone, oh no, he's cramped. And then he started hobbling. I'm going, no, he hasn't cramped. He's torn his hammy. Like I said, does he even have much of a hammy? The bloke's tiny.
I feel sorry for him, man.
Yeah, it looked like he was kicking the ball that hard just to make make it to the post. But yeah, like I feel for him, and he's been outstanding.
Yeah.
Obviously got a new deal with South to stay there, but I think they'll miss him.
Yeah. He has a go, mate.
Well,
he has a go. I like him. He's gained a lot of confidence this year.
Good temperament.
Yeah. He's thrown some really nice passes for tries. So he's out. Jaden Sullivan's back into halfback. Campbell Graham, he's back in the side after that calf injury. Jai Gray's back on the bench. Humphreys is out as well. So a few changes for Souths. And it's almost like people are saying the winner of this game will make the 8.
Yeah.
The loser potentially may not.
You know who I thought was good for South as well? Brandon Smith.
Yeah.
I thought he had an outstanding game. Not just
the try.
Not just attack-wise. He was whacking blokes as well.
I think he's really found some rhythm in the past months, to be honest. He's like so aggressive and he works so hard. That's the best part of his game. That's what made him great at
he was a hooker for a long time, then kind of went to lock. But now I think his best position is hooker again.
Yeah. Yeah. And this South side looks like his best position is hooker anyway. Mamazoulis has been given permission to have a look around. So they're obviously comfortable with what Smith's doing in the hooker position. The Dogs, I mean, they didn't get the job done last week. They made 17 errors last week against the Roosters. And the back end of their game, they were not great.
Well, they've just got to fix their
Is it just the errors?
Catch, don't they?
Kick catch. I mean, the kick defusal was in the 40s.
Yeah.
40%.
Yeah.
Rinakama had a...
And he's been good for the previous month. He had a couple of bad catches, but to let that one bounce.
The bouncing ball, which led to the Celesi try,
That was, for me, that's not acceptable.
What are they doing all week this week at training, the back 5 of the Dogs, you reckon?
Probably getting kick out of run at them while they're waiting for the ball to be caught.
Catching bombs?
Yeah. He's putting them under pressure so...
Yeah,
they hear the footsteps and don't drop it.
You know what? It's an important week this week for Rinakama, the youngster, because you come into NRL, you score tries, you get a lot of pats on the back, then you get to a period where you face some adversity, which he's facing now, and you practice. Hopefully, you're practicing all week your catches, your positioning, and then this week you come out. If you catch every ball and you go after everything, and you pass the test, like that's going to happen time and time again throughout his career, isn't it?
Yep. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be fine. I'm really looking forward to this clash though. Like I think the way that the Dogs have gone after their defence and their line speed in the last month, I think that'll suit them for this game. Yeah,
just some things on Lockie Galvin as well. I feel like he's got no soft touch on his pass. I feel like he can just find a bit more. He seems to like wind it up and rifle it really hard. I feel like he can play a bit more with his wrist and his ball playing.
There was a couple of stages there where they were a bit off their 6 and 7 there, Crichton and Galvin. Saw at the end there was a bit of frustration. I think they sprayed each other. So they need to figure that out this week as well because we know South can score points.
Yeah.
Like Wayne would have been filthy with him in that second half that they didn't go on with it. So he would have given them a kick up the arse. There's nothing wrong with the way they started, but they need to fix that second half. And I think the Dogs... like I said, they'll go after him defensively and their attack kind of flows off their defence.
Yep. There you go. We thought Latrell may have been a late inclusion in this game, but he's not named anywhere inside the 22, so he won't play this weekend. Let's have a look at the odds thanks to BearBet. The Dogs favourites $1.58 and the Rabbitohs outsiders $2.40. J-Moz, you've got the hat on and I assume you're going... proud to be a Bulldog this weekend. You just chop and change. 1 week you're proud to be a Bulldog. Next
Josh
week
Morris Cup, mate.
Well, you played Rabbitohs?
No, last week.
Oh, last week.
Foot in both camps. There's not a time or place in this world that I will ever tip South against the Dogs.
Really?
Yeah.
Is there a bit in that?
Well, they were one of our biggest rivals when we played them.
Yeah.
So I'll always back the Doggies, no matter how bad they're travelling against South.
I'm almost like flipping a coin here, to be honest. I mean, because if I could tip first half South, I'd tip them. But if I had to tip second half South, I wouldn't tip them.
That could be in your same game multi.
First half, win the first half. Yeah, look, I mean, yeah, I think Ashton Ward will be a bit of a loss for me.
So Humphries is out as well.
Humphries is out.
Who Who else do they have on the bench that could play 9?
Well, Peter Mamazoulis is in 18.
Oh, he's in. Okay.
Jai Gray 14. Hubner, Kepi, Ewan Aitken.
So Mamazoulis will come on and play at some stage.
You'd think so, yeah.
Brandon won't play 80.
Yeah. All right. You know what? I'm going Souths. So I don't have a heap of confidence, but I just think that
Mate, it'll be a close game.
it'll be a close game. It should be a cracker.
Yeah.
You calling this game, by the way?
Yep. I'll
Yep.
be sideline.
Yep. Yeah, cracker. All right, there you go. J-Moz is on the Dogs, and I'm going the South Sydney Rabbitohs this weekend. Let's move in. Saturday games now, 3 o'clock. This one at Ocean Protect Stadium. The Sharkies playing against the Raiders. Adam Fanua-Blake, he's out with suspension. Oregon Kafusi's into the starting side. KL Idor is back from concussion to fill that gap from Jesse Raymond. He's out with a pec injury, unfortunately. Sifa Talakai, he returns from a bicep injury. And then the Raiders, plenty of changes for the Raiders. Simi Sasangi's being rested ahead of off-season shoulder surgery. So Ricky said that this week he was just pushing a player with Papali'i, because he's getting towards the back end of his career and wanted to play. Corey Horsburgh out of the 22-man squad completely. Tamale comes into centre. Adam Mariota moves to prop. Matty Nicholson is in the starting side. Seb Chris is on the 6-man bench.
That's interesting. Tamale's gone to the centres.
Straight into the centres.
Because he's been a winger there for a long time, but he's had his moments on the wing and with confidence and whatnot. So it'll be interesting to see how he goes without having to take the high ball.
Yeah, definitely. Should be better for him.
Yeah.
What about defensively? Obviously very different as well. But the Sharkies, I mean, they'll want to.
You'd expect them to come flying out of the blocks.
Yeah.
And complete really high.
Yeah.
And like we spoke about it last week, that they do the boring parts of the game so well.
Yeah, definitely.
They didn't do that last weekend.
No.
They didn't invest in it. So I think Craig Fitzgibbon will absolutely hammer them about those parts of the game, and I think we'll see a more disciplined, relentless football side in terms of high completion and possession.
Yep, definitely. I think for me, if the Knights last weekend just continued to complete, that they would have probably put 40 on this Raiders side, I think. But the fact that they made a couple errors let the Raiders back into the side.
And that's the trap you can fall into against a side like the Raiders as well, much like the Dragons, because they're not going so well.
Yep.
You think, it's going to be an easy day, but they've got some footy in them as well, the Raiders. They can still score from anywhere on the park as well.
Yeah. Definitely, absolutely. Let's have a look at the odds in this game. Thanks to BearBet, the Sharkies are obviously short price favourites, $1.32. The Raiders outsiders $3.40. I think I'd know where we're both going this weekend. Sharkies to get the job done at home. Saturday 3 p.m. At Ocean Protect Stadium, and I think the Raiders. Look, if the Sharks if the Sharks aren't at their best, they'll give the Raiders a sniff. And the Raiders can sniff out a try like anyone can. But if they're ruthless and relentless with their completion rate and play the long game and put this Raiders side into the deep end, I just feel the Raiders can fold.
Yep.
Under a bit of pressure.
Guaranteed.
Well, there you go. Both the boys riding with the Sharkies. Let's move into the next game. 5:30 p.m. on Saturday at CommBank. The Parramatta Eels taking on the North Queensland Cowboys. Dylan Walker returns after being rested last week. Sean Russell is also on the bench after overcoming a quad injury. Talon De Silva's named to start at hooker. And then for the Cows, Reid Marnie returns from concussion. Sonny Luke back to the bench, and Matt Lodge drops off the interchange. So, your thoughts here? James? Eels versus Cows.
Eels were horrible in the first half. In the second half, they showed a lot of ticker to get themselves back in the contest.
has to go, doesn't he?
Mate, he's been one of their best all year,
yeah,
alongside Jack Williams.
Yep.
He's had a real crack this year, and they've played him bit on the wing, centres, back row. I think centres is probably his best position.
Yep.
But yeah, if the Cowboys take them lightly as well, they'll get beat.
Yeah.
So I think Reid Marnie coming back into the side, he brings the boys onto the ball, and he's got that mongrel in him, and playing against his former club, he'll want to get one over them. So
yeah,
this is a game that the Cowboys should win this time of the year.
Yeah, definitely. I love what Ronald Volkman did last week in the second half. I thought he was great. That try was awesome. Still unsigned, I think, as well. He's had a really good year. He's taken a lot of steps forward with his performance. So I look forward to seeing where he ends up, to be honest. I think he's shown to be a real valuable option for the Parramatta Eels side. And whether he is a backup or whether he's a starter, I think he's playing some really good football. The Cows, I love what they did last week against the Titans. There's obviously a big bit of pressure on them to bounce back. I thought they did that. Hilam Lukey last week was outstanding.
Yeah.
Him and Chester have been, since coming back from ACL injuries, have probably been two of their best, most consistent players, right?
Yep. Definitely Lukey. I mean, you know what you're going to get from Chester. He's a jack in the box, plenty of energy.
He just got 100 mile an hour,
Yep.
Chester.
But even Purdue in the halves, again, he had a couple of moments there.
The moment when the quick play the ball,
Yep.
and then he got out of dummy half and put Cliffo over last week. It was eyes up footy.
Yeah, and
great.
did the same thing for his try as well.
Yeah. And you know what? I've been critical a lot of when Jacko's been moved into the halves and Cliffo's been out. But I think Jacko, from what I've seen over the past couple of weeks, has taken a lot of steps forward with his half-back play. He's ball playing, he's kicking up, he's setting tries, he's not losing his running game. I think I've seen a lot of development there. So it's exciting for him because there's no doubt he's going to move closer to the ball full-time next year.
Yep.
Either at fullback or in the halves, And I've loved what he's done. Braden Burns, another one, man.
He's had a good year.
He's had a great year.
Yeah.
He's had a great year for the Cowboys. Consistently runs the ball, scores a stack of tries and meters. Let's have a look at the odds in this game. Thanks to BearBet, the Cows do start favourites, $1.47. The Parramatta Eels outsiders, $2.63 at CommBank Stadium. I'm riding with the Cows. J-Moz, I think they can get the job done. Too good, too much to play for. They get this done. They've got a bye coming up. They'll be guaranteed semi-finals football.
Yep.
Where are you at?
Cowboys.
Yep. All right, both the boys on the Cowboys to get the job done there in Sydney. Then let's move on to the next game, and it is the Broncos taking on the Warriors at Suncorp Stadium. This crowd is going to be bonanza. Won't it be awesome scenes? Again, the Waz
They may
fans.
even get more Waz there.
You know
with
what?
The way the Broncos are playing.
I'll say it. Waz fans are the best in the league
At travelling, yep.
at just supporting.
That is a big call. But
It's a big call, right?
I think they're the best travelling fans.
Well, they're just the fact that they just live in all certain different places. Like, they don't travel. Like,
I reckon they do. I reckon they got a little.
so you reckon everyone who was at the Gold Coast a couple of weeks ago travelled from Auckland over
Not all.
to the
Not
Gold
all of
Coast?
them.
Or you just think all the Kiwis that live on the Gold Coast
Kiwis
came to
love
the
the
game?
Goldie.
Kiwis love the Goldie. They love Brisbane too. They love Perth. They love Australia. They're everywhere. They love the Waz, up the Waz.
Yeah.
Well, give me a better fan base that supports their team at the moment.
No, well, at the moment.
There you go. So don't
At the moment.
the
Not
Waz.
always.
And the Waz. Up the Waz. For the Broncos, Adam Reynolds, he's still out with concussion, not named in the squad. Tom Duffy, he is still playing. He's named in the number 7 jersey. Orblix Tafar has been named on the bench, and Gamut Shibasaki's in the reserves. For the Warriors, Luke Metcalf is starting halfback again after that massive game last week, and the Waz are unchanged 13. Dimitri Vaimunga is on the bench after sitting out the last 2 weeks with a rib injury. He's obviously a
Beast.
cracker of a player. Love watching him. Can't wait to see him back out there. Tamade Martin is expected to miss the next 2 games with that hamstring injury. So Broncos versus Waz, Suncorp Stadium, massive crowd. Waz flying at the moment. Your thoughts?
I think they'll get this done comfortably. I think the Broncos, we've seen they score points, but they
leak them too.
They leak them too, and it's been their story all year. And they're not disciplined enough. They give away penalties coming out of their own end, which allows the other team down the end too easy. And they just can't put in an 80-minute performance.
I feel like they do really good things on the field, and then they do really silly, poor things on the field as well. Their consistency in game is like this. It's like, wow, oh my God, that was incredible, the Broncos. And then it was like, oh, wow, that was like the Broncos as well.
Yep.
Where the Warriors, they don't have those moments.
No, well, they don't. They've been super consistent all year, haven't they?
So consistent. They lead the league in completion rate. They're willing to play the long game, and they're so disciplined.
And they're aggressive too.
And they're aggressive. And a thing that I noticed last week watching the game, did you see Mitch Barnett was going at Lindsay Smith in the scrum? They were trying to hold hands to bind their heads down, and Mitch Barnett was like almost like just toying with him, like getting into him a little bit. And I was thinking to myself, the Panthers for so long have been intimidating oppositions, and then the Warriors, it was just, I don't know, it was almost like Barnett was like standing up to them, and him and James Fisher-Harris were not taking a backward step. And I don't know, because you never associate, like there's players who are out there who urge on the line, right? Who are like grubby, Some players play a bit grubby, but you've never seen a Warriors player who plays a bit like that. They play a respectful style of football where they respect the opposition. But it was almost like, I don't know, they just, to me it was like, looked like they'd had enough, and it was just like, all bets are off. We're just going after this team.
Like I said, in the early 2000s, that's what their forward pack was like.
Yeah.
They were feared.
Yeah.
Like you go over to play over there and you knew you were going to get bashed. And they would do it with a smile on their face. And like we've seen at stages this year, when one player comes out and puts a shot on, their whole line just gets up, and then they just go after
and they
him.
smile when they do it.
Yeah, so I think that's definitely been a difference in this year as opposed to last year. I think they've got that kind of ruthless edge and with their defence to go after teams and not take a backward step.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's have a look at the odds in this game. Thanks to BearBet, the Wars starting favourites at $1.45. The Broncos outsiders $2.78. Where are you at in this one, Jamos?
Up the Wars.
Up the Wars. I'm on the Wars too. I think they can get the job done. 13 plus.
I think so too.
13 plus for the Wires. Stay tuned for our same game multis at the end. Let's move into the next game now. That is Sunday, 2 o'clock, Knights versus Titans at McDonald Jones Stadium. The Knights obviously coming off a good win against the Raiders. Well, not a good win, but a win.
A win.
Bradman Best and Phoenix Cross on a back on deck after missing last week's win due to calf injuries. Harrison Graham, Fletcher Hunt back in the interchange. Tyson Frizzell, Lachlan Crouch, Tom Cant and Pasami Saulo are all on the interchange bench. And then for the Titans, Ilias has been named in the number 7 jersey. He was named in the halves last week but didn't get on. AJ Brimson played in the halves last week. He's now been named in the centres. Jaden de Groot is on the interchange bench there. So the Titans were not great last week against the Cowboys. The Knights weren't great but got the win. Thoughts?
Yeah, I feel like the Titans the past 2 weeks haven't been great.
Yeah,
like they've been really competitive in games for a long stages of the game, but just haven't been able to get the win. But I think the last 2 weeks they haven't been at all. I don't think they've looked like they were going to win both those games. And, I think they're kind of waiting for the season to finish now, the Titans.
Yeah. I thought they were poor last week. Like their spine to me was like all over the shop. And I love Kinney. He had some moments last week where he wasn't great. I love Campbell. And I'm interested to see what they look like with Lachlan Ilias back in the side. And obviously experimenting last week with AJ in at 5'8" probably didn't work.
Yeah.
And I think his best position is fullback, but I think he's going to play fullback at the Titans. No. I think it's almost like he needs to go to another team and play fullback. I've said that a couple of times. I like AJ Brimson as a player.
He's going to be leaving anytime soon.
Probably on too much of a good wicket at home on the Goldie. Why would you want to leave?
And look, the Knights, I think they'll still shift the ball.
That's their DNA.
Yeah.
Shifting the ball is in their DNA.
I think they'll be a bit better with their completion rate, but I think against this Titans side, they'll think that they can expose them on the edges.
The amount of times they moved the ball last week in like the midfield, where KP was out the back.
Well, look at their back rolls. Their back rolls are skillful.
Manu Leleua.
Yeah.
Far out, he's been good.
And McEwen's been good
McEwen's been good as well. You're absolutely right. To me, it's like there's a difference between the Knights' edges where Gagai and Dom Young, their execution catch and pass was way better than the other edge on the weekend, which was Fletcher Hunt and Greg Marju.
Yep. But you bring Bradman Best in there.
So you got Best in there and his catch and pass on the left. I think Fletcher Hunt's still developing, finding his feet. Yep. And that's like the skill from one edge to the other was noticeably different last week. It was like the veterans, Young and Gagai, were much better and effective than the other two.
Yeah.
And Marju's game is obviously scoring tries and running hard in the backfield. But I just think Fletcher Hunt, he's got a couple of areas in his game where he just can fix up his catch and pass. Because if they can continue to ask those questions, but complete and not make errors, they'll
run away with it.
They'll be dangerous in this one, especially back at home. Let's have a look at the odds in this one. Thanks to BearBet, the Knights start pretty short favourites, $1.24. The Titans, decent outsiders, $4.20. J-Moz, I think I know again where we're both going.
Knights.
By a lot. By 20. Go on.
What?
Say it louder and more
by
confident.
20.
Knights by 20.
At least.
All right.
It's not raining. If it's raining,
there you go.
13 plus.
If it's a 13 plus. Yeah, I'm going the Knights too here. I think they've been so impressive. If they can just complete a little bit more, then they'll be able to score a lot more points. Let's move into the last game of the weekend. Sunday, 4 o'clock, Combank Stadium.
Oh.
One of the home grounds of this side. One of the 6 home grounds.
One of the 6 home grounds of
the West Tigers. The West Tigers taking on the Dragons.
Yeah.
West Tigers, you've got Solomon Sakuru, who's set for an NRL debut. He's the New South Wales Cup leading try scorer this season. Makasini out. So if you rewind yourself back 2 weeks ago where Makasini got that last play of the game defensively wrong, you spoke about some of the things he needs to look at and improve on. Mm-hmm. He's been made accountable for that poor decision. Then 2 new faces on the bench for the Tigers, Bunty Afoa and Tavana on there as well. And then for the Dragons, Toby Couchman returns after missing last week due to concussion. Setu 2 starts on the wing, Matt Feeney listed on the bench. And then Damien Cook is named to start after being unused last week where Jacob Little played the full 80 minutes.
Yeah.
Jacob Webster retains his spot after playing 33 minutes in his debut last week. Your thoughts on that big call by Dean Young to play Little?
Yeah, it was a big call considering that, Cookie's leaving the club.
Yeah.
He's still got plenty of footy in him, Cookie, and he's showed that at stages this year. But, maybe Dean's looking at the future and seeing if that he can knock out 80 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought it was a big call. I mean, obviously, I've loved watching Damien Cook's career. I've played against him for a long time. I think he's, such a valuable leader and player, and I think it was a big call. I actually think that Little will play and start again. I don't know whether Cookie will get on again for this week. And obviously, it will be interesting. Was it a week-to-week proposition or what was it? But I like... I like the Dragons in this one, J-Moz. So let's have a look at the odds in this one, thanks to BearBet, actually. The market's split. West Tigers, $1.91. The Dragons, $1.91. Even split here. The line is plus 1.5. Dragons plus 1.5. So can they back it up after last week, their performance, the Dragons? What are your thoughts here, J-Moz?
I said I wouldn't tip them all year.
Yes.
No.
You did say that.
Until I saw something that would change my mind.
Now you're just making it up.
I didn't. And now
you said let's see if we can get that footage back.
I said until they show me that they can improve, I will not tip them for the rest of the year. That is what I said. Now they had a great win.
You said
on the
you're
weekend.
just not tipping them at
They're
all.
playing the Tigers. They're playing Para. I think they can win both of those games. I think they can almost, if the Broncos lose all the rest of their games, they could finish last. The Dragons could get it. Imagine that. So I'm tipping the Dragons.
I reckon you're...
when?
No. When? I reckon you're taking the mickey here, to be honest. You're taking the mickey at the people, mate.
No, I'm not. I'm tipping the Dragons this week. Mate, how can you pick the Tigers after what they delivered against the Eels?
Yeah.
That was the most boring game of football I have ever watched.
Yeah.
At least the Dragons are trending up.
I'm going the Dragons this week. They beat the Tigers last time.
Yeah. That too.
I've tipped them a couple of times, more than you this year.
Yeah.
And I just think you're just giving the people the dodgy here by not going against your word.
Mate.
Going with your word, sorry.
It's a tactical one as well, mate. I'm not losing to you.
All right, there you go. Both the boys on the Dragons this week, including J-Moz.
Red V.
Red V's a part of me.
Well, it's not a part of you. It was a part of me.
All right, well, let's have a look. We'll recap our tips from this weekend. All right, the game's kicking off Thursday night. Panthers versus the Roosters. Both the boys are on the Roosters this week to get the job done. The next game is the Eagles versus the Dolphins. Both the boys on the Dolphins. The next game is the big one this weekend for the boys. The Bulldogs versus the Rabbitohs. Many people are saying the winner goes on to play finals football. J-Moz is on the Dogs and I am on the Rabbitohs. So see how that one goes. The next one, the Sharks versus the Raiders. Both on the Sharks to probably bounce back in a big way. Next up, Cowboys versus the Eels. Both the boys on the Cowboys. Then the Warriors versus the Broncos. Both the boys on the Warriors. Then the Knights take on the Titans. Both the boys on the Knights there. And then the Dragons versus the Tigers. Both the boys on the Dragons. All right, there you go. Any thoughts there, J-Moz? One, the difference. Could be even after this weekend. You know, I've made some ground over the past couple of weeks.
Could be 2 up, could be even.
Come on, South Sydney, let's
Makes
go.
it interesting.
Let's go. All right, now it's time to move into our same game multis thanks to BearBet. And like we always do, we'll bring in the great Timmy. How are you, Tim? How are you after the weekend, mate, by the way?
Yeah, I'm good. Had a good weekend.
But Sunday afternoon more specifically.
Gustavo Quirton.
Yeah.
I was
he's hurting.
avoiding talking about it.
What happened?
No, just the Sharks lost. I was going to avoid talking about that.
Yeah, but like what happened from your point of view?
With the Sharks?
Yeah.
We've
We've dissected it from our point of view.
Like, luckily, I was watching it with my partner who doesn't care at all about NRL, and not with some of my mates who are Dragons fans. So it was actually probably an easier watch for me than it could have been. I was fuming on the day, but I've slept on it, and I've been like, you know what? It's not the pathetic Dragons of the past, right? They've turned a corner. They're actually half decent now. And although we played poorly, we lost because they played well, not because it was just like an absolute slinger.
Yeah, they did play well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm happy about. And I'm also happy that we've lost going into finals, because I hate when teams go into finals on a winning streak.
That was my worry, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because they'd been playing so well.
Yeah.
And it was like they started the run basically 10 weeks out from finals, and they're on their way up. With 5 games to go, it was like, you need to go again. And then into finals, you've got to go again.
Yeah.
So they've gone, and then they've had a dip.
Yeah.
Because their week this week will be very different to what it would have looked like if they won. Like Fitzy would be much more, I think, dialed in and focusing on their improvements.
Well, take it back 10 years. What happened? The losing streak right before finals.
There you go.
What happened? Won the comp.
There you go. No Adam this week too. He's out.
Yeah, true.
Suspended. They can cover it. They've got plenty. Like the Sharks have lots of big men.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, Kafusi, Braden Welle.
He's been a bit of a forgotten man too, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's battled some injuries, big braids this year. So I think he's in the frame to play. He only played minimal minutes on the weekend, but he's in the frame to play a bit more this weekend with no Adam.
Rudolph not getting a sniff either.
Rudolph, is he back from injury?
Yeah, he was playing Jets a few weeks ago.
Right.
So I don't know if he's got another injury, but
Right.
I'm happy with that team. I'm confident this weekend though, still.
Yeah.
All right, what's your multi?
All right, multi, please.
Lay it on us.
Yeah.
Well, look, all right. Speaking of Dragons, I'm riding the 4 p.m. poo slinger on Sunday Arvo. They humbled us on the weekend, so now I'm on the bandwagon. I got Dragons to win by 14 points exactly.
Exactly.
14 points.
Wow.
Why?
Because Tigers are a basket case. And I just couldn't find a lot of value. So I was like, I was just looking through the BearBet multi options.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't mind like a bit of an exact margin here, because I'm really confident the Dragons win. I'm really confident. And that was the only way to get crazy value, was to kind of just like, couldn't decide between 1 to 12 and 13 plus. So I'm like, I reckon they'll just pump them, but not thump them, if you know what I mean.
Just pump them, but not thump them.
Yeah.
Pump and thump.
All right, well, there you go. We'll see that on the BearBet app. J-Moz, do you want to go next, or do you want to hand it over to me?
I'll go in that Dolphins Manly game.
Okay.
I think Dolphins will win, but I'll go Hammer, Sarko, and Herbie with the Dolphins to win.
Hammer, Asako, and Derby.
No.
Wait. Hammer, Asako, yeah,
and Herbie
and Herbie, and Dolphins.
and Dolphins.
All right. So you'll see that on the BearBet app as well. Look, I'm going. I'm on the Wars this week, and I'm going to go a couple of try scorers. Wars to get the job done. All right. And my try scorers in this one. I'm going to go Leka Halasima, score anytime. I'm going to go Dallin Wateni Zalesniak, score anytime. And then I'm also going to go, I've been on him a couple of times and he's been very, very close, but I'm going to go Jacob Laban. Laban anytime. I just think that
Think they're going to kick one.
yeah, the crossfield kick is tasty, and he hits a great hole, and I feel like it could open up there for him on the edges. So my 3 try scorers with the Warriors victory: Leka Halasima, Dallin Wateni Zalesniak, and then Jacob Laban to get the job done.
That's some tasty value.
Tasty value. You see these on the BearBet app. Please make sure you do gamble responsibly. All right, J-Moz, there you go. That's it for us today. What's on this weekend, mate?
Just footy Friday, Saturday, mate.
Yep.
Not much else.
Yep.
Couple of weeks till my birthday.
40,
Big 40.
actually?
Yeah. Sunday week.
What are you doing for it?
Might go down to the pub for a couple of beers if you're around.
Any invites?
Yeah, I'll send some out over the weekend.
Yeah. Nice. Tipping a few in.
Oh, plenty.
Right. Great. All right. Well, there you go. Thanks, Bergs.
No worries, Lord of the Missionary.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys on the next episode. Let's get it.